What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. Hello. I got to learn some other ways to greet other viewers and subscribers in other languages. But for now, I just have hello in English and buenos dias in Espanol. But I just want to say happy Friday, guys. We made it to the end of another 5-day week. I'm not sure if anyone else has to work on the weekends or if your work week is just starting. If this is the beginning of your week, strap your boots up, put your hard hat on. Don't forget to put your spiritual armor on, because the enemy is real and he is seeking and roaring like a lion whom he may devour. And it's not going to be any of us, because the word of the day that I saw, and it was so simple, but it just dropped in my spirit. And I knew that that was specifically for me, not to get extra mystical or saying you got to have a sign, because some signs come from the evil one. Not all signs are of God. So in this season of my life, I'm learning how to differentiate between the two. But I knew that this sign was specifically for me in this season that I'm in. And the sign simply said, with energy, there's always a choice. Look at this beautiful view, guys. Oh my gosh, this beautiful view. It's a little overcast outside because it's raining, but we are, if you know, you know where I'm at. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But it said with energy, there's always a choice. And it was so good to me, because there is always a choice with anything. There's a choice to go left. There's a choice to go right. There's a choice to say yes. There's a choice to say no. There's a choice to speak. There's a choice not to speak. There's a choice to rest. There's a choice to work. There's a choice to block. There's a choice to accept. There's a choice to stand up for yourself. There's a choice to not. There's a choice to flee. There's a choice to stay. There's a choice to worship. There's a choice not to worship. But I say that to say, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. This is the beginning of a new month, the last month of the year, technically the fourth quarter. And you have a choice. You have a choice on whether you're going to get up if you've fallen down. If you're already in motion, you have a choice on if you're going to continually keep moving. You have a choice. You have a choice on whether you're going to allow your circumstances to define you, or if you're going to define the circumstances. You have a choice on whether you're going to serve the Lord your God with all your heart, all your strength, all your mind, and all your soul, or if you're just going to do it begrudgingly, unhappily, as a chore. You have a choice on whether you're going to lock in on that diet and not pick up those honey buns, or not yo-yo diet and go back and forth with things that you feel like could help you in the moment when you know really they're not good for you. You have a choice on whether you're going to study for that exam, or you're just going to procrastinate and try to cram everything in at the last minute. Guys, there's always a choice. We have a choice on whether we're going to be accountable, or whether we're going to make excuses and push the blame off on somebody else. We have a choice on whether we're going to pick up our bag and walk, or we're going to let somebody else do the bag walking, proverbially speaking, and do our work for us. Guys, with this being the end of the month, the end of the year, I just want to stress to you guys that you have the choice to do whatever you want to do, good or bad. And that doesn't make you inherently evil or inherently good. That just makes you human. And we all as human have a choice. And I'll take it back further. Just like Adam and Eve in the garden, Eve had a choice in whether she allowed the serpent to deceive her. And Adam had a choice in whether he listened to Eve and ate the apple. We all have a choice. And what I want to stress to you is, Whatever choice you choose, stand on it. Don't say, oh, I didn't choose because I didn't know. No, you have to make sure you're intentional with everything that you're doing. That means being and having due diligence to look and check and vet things, people, places, environments before you go into them. Somebody that I really like as a fitness / role / father / athlete is Mike Rashid. Shout out to Mike Rashid. And he has this company called Ambrosia, which is doing extremely well. Plant-based protein, among other supplements. And he has a slogan on one of his shirts, intellect over emotions. And that means to me, and I submit this to you guys, I'm not sure if this is what Mike Rashid meant by it, but what it means to me is choose to think before you respond. Take time to think before you respond. Take time to think before you accept the offer. Take time to think before you reject the offer. Take time to think before you move in a hastily way, because things right now may be a certain way, but they may not be that way forever. So take time to think. And as you take time to think, you can make a decision based on intellect and not emotions, because emotions are like a roller coaster. They go up and down, and we feel a myriad of them throughout the day. And they are not fact. They're just things that we feel. And I challenge you to feel all of your emotions, but what I really challenge you to do is not let your emotions rule you, as I have in the past. And I'm sure some of you out there can identify with that. And if not, maybe you'll have to deal with that in the future. And I pray that you seek God. But the main thing is, I want to tell you, start this month off with a bang. Start this month off not just giving your best, but making a decision to not go back. Cross over into that new frontier land. Cross over into that new experience. Cross over into that new optimism. Cross over into that new hope. Cross over into not expecting people to be like you, but expecting you to be able to manage yourself in any circumstance and situation, despite what's thrown at you. Guys, I think I spoke too long, but I just want to let you know. Happy Friday! But most importantly, God sees you, God hears you, and God loves you. And so do I. Make the most of your opportunities, and remember, you have a choice. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. Whom will you serve? What will you give into? Think about it. But most importantly, have a great day. Peace.